I think we talked to you about AJ, the young kid that you guys brought in. He's 6'4", 6'5", whatever, 160, super skinny. I'm wondering as GM though, and we saw his athleticism the first time he was in a game. He had a nice dunk. Will we see him play more here in the coming weeks?
Yeah, so he's currently out of rotation. I would say with AJ, we view him as really an early draft pick for next year a little bit, kind of like someone who graduates high school and goes to the football school a little early and doing workouts and training, is ready for the spring game, and then
it's a
plays
red
his
shirt.
first year. Yeah. So physically, he's already grown an inch and put like 10 pounds on since we last saw him through the draft process, and he's going to continue to do that. We've had him spend a little bit of time with the Go-Go and just really develop with Coach Cody Toppert, who somehow recruited him while he was at LSU, so they have a connection there. So he'll spend a little time playing with the Go-Go, and then towards the end of the season, just rev him up and give him opportunities there to kind of build into his summer. So we'll see him get a crack here later in the month.
What have your takeaways been from Bub Carrington? I mean, I'm looking at his numbers, 9 points, 4 rebounds, almost 4 assists per game. As a 19-year-old, I believe he was the youngest player in the last draft that you guys picked in. Like, what are your takeaways from Bub so far in his rookie campaign?
Yeah, impressed with his competitiveness, his toughness, and his everyday approach. His habits have really helped the group, and I think you see that whether we're starting Bub, bringing him off the bench, he's going to compete, and he's going to have an impact on the game and how it's played. So stylistically, he does a lot for us. He's gotten better defensively to where we can throw him on bigger players and trust that he's not going to make the mistakes that he was making early on. So he's someone that we're very proud of in terms of the first year that he had. And when you talk about the assists, the rebounds, the scoring, his improved shooting, the scouting report has grown on him, and defenses are paying more attention, and he's still finding ways to be efficient. So very proud of Bob. Had a really good meeting with him yesterday just on how we want to finish the rest of the season and build into the summer.
I mean, I can't imagine being that mature at 19. All I cared about at 19, Will, was, I'm being honest, when I was 19, the only thing I cared about was having a good fake ID. That's all I cared about.
Was it from New York?
At 19, I think at 19 my fake ID was from West Virginia, and it was a bad one too.
Well, that makes sense.
It was very substandard.
I grew up in Massachusetts, so we all had New York IDs.
Okay, very good.